INASP is an international development organisation founded in 1992. It's based in Oxford in the United Kingdom and is funded primarily through our UK Department for International Development and also by SIDA, the Swedish International Development Agency. We work in at least three areas, but I'll just concentrate on our work with the NRENs. And this is research access and availability. We try to improve access to scholarly resources, scholarly journals, e-books, data sets, to institutions, that is universities and institutes of higher education in the developing world. We work in fact with 22 countries, many of which are in sub-Saharan Africa, but we also work with countries in Asia and also in Central and Southern America. We've been negotiating with international publishers to secure countrywide access to international electronic journals and data sets, so that these can be made available through library consortia at heavily discounted but affordable prices for the countries. To support our work in electronic journal supply, we offer training workshops in electronic resource management, how to monitor and measure the usage of electronic media. We offer workshops to help strengthen and develop library consortia, because they are so vital in enabling a country to buy or to purchase these electronic subscriptions. If a country subscribes to a large percentage of what we're able to offer, there could be something like 30 or 40,000 electronic journals available to researchers in an institution. But of course, how fully they exploit the availability of those resources does very much depend on the resilience, the strength, the speed of the campus network. If the campus network is unable to meet the demands of researchers, and this isn't simply nowadays just in terms of downloading an article, but in terms of communicating with researchers in other countries, sharing big data, because no research is actually done alone nowadays. If the campus network can't accommodate these increasing demands made on it by researchers, then scholarly research, scholarly communication will not flourish. And this is why INASP has, over the last 2 years, been involved in working with the NRENs. The ultimate goal of this is to strengthen research at the desktop. But we have to go back a stage and to make sure that the campus networks can accommodate this. We did think very carefully before we began this program of simply approaching individual universities and identifying their campus IT staff, getting them trained, and then they could develop their network. But of course, this is not scalable. It's not sustainable, given the many thousands of libraries and thousands of institutions in sub-Saharan Africa. That wouldn't work. So we decided to work primarily with the NREN, at the NREN level. The idea being, of course, that if you can train the engineers who work at the NRENs, and if they have the appropriate skills, they can then take on the responsibility of training their member institutions at the campus level. So this is really how our project has begun. We decided to work in the first instance with 3 NRENs, ZAMREN in Zambia, Burnett in Tanzania, and RENU in Uganda. We've begun the program by offering opportunities for the NREN staff to be trained in campus networking, and in this capacity we're working very closely with the NSRC. NSRC has long been involved with training in the use of internet and campus networking. We have sent NREN engineers to the AFNOG training workshops in Lusaka last year and Djibouti this year, and of course we've supported 6 engineers at both the Kigali UbuntuNet Connect conference last year, and this year also another 6 at this UbuntuNet Alliance meeting in Lusaka. We are delighted to have identified 6 INASP engineering fellows to participate in this workshop and to work with the NREN to conduct subsequent training at the national level. I'm delighted to say this program is working extremely well. Burnett, for example, is now conducting e-readiness surveys with a view to doing some campus audits and direct engineering assistance. In a very short space of time, I think we've achieved a lot. And of course, much of this is due to the excellent and professional training that's offered by NSRC. But I think we work very well together in partnership, as we do with the UbuntuNet Alliance and the NRENs. If funding permits, I would love to expand this program, of course, to other NRENs, but it is important to be able to show results. We'll need to go back to the campuses, see what's been happening at the campus level. We know that the NRENs themselves have developed their training capacity considerably, but we need to know how this has impacted on the campus level, because that is where the researchers are. So it's the campus network where we need to see the results ultimately.